welcome back to Life Changers, and this is Mike. And today we're going to talk about believing in yourself. Because if you don't believe in you, who will? Kind of makes sense, right? But I was listening to a new song that came out from Tom MacDonald that inspired this topic today, topic of conversation. But it's called Fighter, and we'll play a little clip for you, and then we'll talk a little bit about it.
You don't think you're a fighter, but I know you are. And you are a liar if you say you are. You don't think that you're worth it, but I think you're wrong. And I think you're perfect the way that you are.
See, you have to believe in yourself. Like, who's going to fight for you if you're not going to fight for yourself? And like, that's what I get out of the song. You can like take a listen to it. Like, hey, here's a shout out for Tom MacDonald, the song Fighter that came out. I guess it came out on last Friday. Like, that song to me, like, music for me and just does it. Like, when I listen to certain music, it just hypes me up. Like, I could become like a hype man just listening to music and just go have fun. But this song, the reason why I want to talk about it today and giving an official shout out again to Tom MacDonald for making the song. Thank you very much. And hey, Tom, if ever you come across this and you want to hook up in the studio and we can talk, right? You can talk from your home. I'll talk here. Do an interview. That'd be awesome, because we're all in our own journeys in life and we all have different experiences, but we can all help each other. And that's the whole point of Life Changers, is building a community to help each other. So if you're not already subscribed, you guys should follow us. It doesn't matter if you're listening to us on Audible or if you're listening to us on Spotify or YouTube or TikTok. Just subscribe, follow, hit the buttons, get the notifications, and check us out. And if you want to become part of the family of Life Changers, we did start a Patreon page. We had some requests for that, so we actually went ahead and started it. We already have 1 or 2 followers at this point. Yay! Thank you very much, guys. So we're going to start making exclusive material for them as well. And hey, if Tom wants to reach out and we can do have a conversation together and do an interview, then I'll put that on our exclusive Patreon page for a while before we release it out to the public. And hey, that'll be awesome if we could do that. Hey, I put it out in the universe. We'll see what happens, see what the world wants to give me. But back to believing in yourself is, if you don't believe in yourself and if you don't fight for yourself, who will? And you have to have confidence in what you're doing. And one thing I realize with the law of attraction and attracting the reality that you want is not only in believing what you want to come to pass and how you believe that you're living in the moment and that you're starting to create, you're going to become in creating mode and you're going to create your realities and create the people you want around you, the feelings you want. But you also have to believe. And I find that if you have a lot of confidence and a lot of belief in yourself, that you're awesome, that you're amazing, right? Because you are. Everybody who's listening to my voice, know this. Know that you are amazing. You have so much talent to offer everybody in this world. And are you going to, be shy about it and not have confidence, not believe in yourself and shy away? Because like I mentioned in other episodes, my brother, I believe, is an amazing magician. He has great ideas, but he didn't believe in himself. And then things in his life happened, and he ended up getting diagnosed with cancer. And for 2 years, it was touch and go there. But now he can't use his hands as good as he used to. So he finds it hard to practice and do a lot of the tricks that he wants to do, because a lot of it's with sleight of hands, with your doing manipulations like that. But I digress. We have to live now. Believe in yourself now that you can do this and that you can achieve your goals. And when you are trying to put your manifestations together and building your vision boards and trying the different methods of manifesting, just the key thing is the feelings. And if waking up in the morning, putting on a nice tune that you like, that pumps you up and just gets you full of like joy and happiness, and it's like, oh, the world's my oyster, I could conquer anything, it just makes you happy, do it. Right? Wake up, Do a meditation if you do that. Have your morning meditation. And then as you're getting ready for your day, have your pump up music. Like, we should make that a thing. And then, as your day winds through the day and start getting tired or whatever, around lunchtime, maybe put your headphones on if you're at work or if you're out for a jog or something, and just have another pump up song to bring you back up, bring that level back up. Because that's what's important, is the energy that we are putting out there. So, law of attraction works if not only that you believe that what you're going to manifest, that what you're going to achieve is going to happen, but it's the energy. And if you don't have that energy just booming out with you, then it's going to be a lot slower. But if you could have that energy out there and just throw it out there, and you believe in yourself, then everybody around you will notice you've changed. Because you are awesome. Like, I don't know, I'm starting to talk a little slower here. It's just really hitting me, but I'm not an emotional person. But I'm going to start crying soon. But no, it just, you probably feel it right now. Just close your eyes as you're listening to this podcast and just feel it. Feel the energy that I'm putting out there. The energy of love, compassion, understanding, and believe in yourself. And the energy of self-worth, because you are worth it. Everybody's worth it. If anybody ever tells you otherwise, well, tell them to shove off. Because you are worth it. You are important. If you want to look at life as like, I usually look at it like a movie, because I like movies. I talk about it a few times. And movies are awesome. But if you look at your life like a movie, how you are the main actor in your movie, in your reality, and that you're the star of the show, that everybody around you, they're all co-stars, right? Background actors, and then vice versa for everybody else around you. But know that you are the star in your reality. You are the main character, and that you're an important part. Without you, that wouldn't exist. And yeah, our paths will cross, right? And both of our movies will intertwine, because if you come, we're watching Life Changers, and eventually one day we'll start doing live shows, and then, hey, our movies can intertwine and our realities, and we'll be talking about the same thing, but then we'll go different ways, because everybody needs to hear how awesome you are, because you are. I know I've been saying that a lot through this episode, but you are, right? People that are like, oh, I'm nothing, I'm worthless, I'm useless compared to you, right? No, everybody's important. Doesn't matter how many followers you have. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter what position you are in work or business or whatever. We're all equal. We're all amazing. We all have amazing talents. Right now, take some time, write some comments if you're watching us on YouTube or TikTok. Put a comment below telling us what talents you have that people may or may not know about you. Because there's a lot of talents that people may or may not know about me. Right? One of my talents is I studied magic for a while so I could do magic tricks. I haven't studied in a long time. That was a thing I did when I was a teenager, as we talked in other episodes. But I know magic. I could juggle. That's all the talent I have. No. There's lots of talents, but we all have amazing talents. We're all like awesome people. And yeah, people will put us down. We might not feel 110% all the time. We might not feel awesome. We may not believe in ourselves all the time. But if we could get to the point where we do believe in ourselves, and we do have confidence, and we are like, yeah, I'm awesome. I bring joy to this world. And then you'll find yourselves in opportunities, and you'll be attracting people that need the good energy that you're giving off, and you're going to help them. It's awesome how many times where I'll be traveling somewhere or be on like public transportation, and somebody just be like, I don't know who to talk to. I just, feel like talking to you. Like, here's story time. Here's a story. When I was younger, hang around Montreal a lot. I would ride the metro system, or subway, as other people would call it in other parts of Canada or the U.S. But in Quebec, it's le métro. Metro. But yeah, I'm riding the underground train, the subway system, or the metro. And sometimes I'll just be nice to people that, just because I treat people the way I want to be treated. I want people to treat me with respect, treat me nice, so I'm going to treat them. And there's this guy just sitting there, and I looked at him, and we finally made eye contact, and I smiled and said, "Hey, how you doing, buddy? Is everything good? Know that you're important." And then he just looked at me and goes, "What? Why would you say that to me? You don't know me." I'm like, "I don't need to." I said, "We're all in this life together. We all have something to offer each other. And I just wanted to let you know, I hope you're having a good day and that you're awesome." And he's like, "Well, I'm actually going through a tough time." And then we talked for a bit. And I gave him the good energy, good vibes, and helped him out. He was just, yeah. He was going through a really hard time. That he was debating if he should stick around in this world anymore. And I hope he did, because we were talking about when he was younger and stuff, and all these awesome adventures he went on in life. But just, sometimes life gets tough. But you got to fight for yourself. Fight for the reality you want. Fight for you. And know that you're awesome, and that we will have tough times. But keep those people around you, or find people, attract them, that will help you, lift you up, and bring you to a place that you want to be. Growing up, I was told that, in school, that, I'm dumb. People used to make fun of me. I've been bullied a lot. And it was funny. One time I was getting bullied and beat up at school, in elementary school. And I asked the guy, what are you doing? He goes, "I have to." I go, "Why?" He goes, "Because you're dirty and poor." And I'm like, what? And a little background is we went to English school to learn English. And the only public English school around was in a rich neighborhood. And yeah. And apparently I'm dirty and poor. Then I was like, "Well, you're beating me up, so therefore you're dirty, because now you're touching me and you're smacking me around, so you're going to get all my germs." But anyways, if I let that beat me down, and literally and figuratively, then I wouldn't be the person I am today. I choose to be happy. I choose to be optimistic. I choose to find good in people and everybody. So even sometimes people are like, "Hey, man, you give this person the benefit of the doubt way too much. Just move on, forget them." I'm like, well, everybody's important. Everybody's going through their journey. And I might not agree or like being around certain people, but they're just going through their journey and their life. And if I feel the universe kind of guiding me towards them, then there must be something there for me to learn, or for them to learn, or for both of us. Because we teach each other. All we have is each other. So are we going to let the world see how awesome we are? Think about it. I've been thinking about doing this Life Changers thing for a while. And I was like, "Oh, I'm scared of people making fun of my lisp," or "I'm scared of this, I'm scared of that." But you know what? I don't bring that into my reality. Why should I? Thank you, bye. I don't want that in my reality. So I decided to finally do it after 5-6 years of dreaming about it. And you've heard me in other episodes mentioning, I even designed the logo. I got everything figured out. I even designed all the merch in my head. One day we'll have merch, people. What? But no, it's just, if I'd done this sooner, I'd be a lot farther in my progression. And I'd be a lot in a different place, I guess. But now I'm putting my talent out there. I'm putting out what I feel the universe telling me for the longest time. Just go out and talk. Because it's only going to help people. And that's all I want this to do. I want this to help people, motivate people, have a lot of people understand that you are loved, you are important, you are awesome, because you are. And share that joy with people. Share your talents. And let other people know that when you come across them and you track them in your reality that they seem a little down, just be like, hey, you're awesome today. So like the other day, I went to the movies with my buddy on the weekend, and we're talking to the waitress that works there, and she was explaining to us that, like, I was like, do you guys get a lot of tips? Because kind of like I go to the VIP cinema, because where they bring you food and you can order alcohol if you want. They'll bring it to you, stuff like that. And like there's no kids, no teenagers. It's like adults only, like 19 plus. Nice lazy boys, lounge chairs. Like it's great. You have a table. It's great. Anyways, but there's a lounge you can hang out in. And the people that work in the lounge, the waitress, I said, you get the tips from the people in the theater. Because most people order when they come into the theater, sit down and order. And most people tip. And in Canada, a lot in Quebec too. In Quebec, I grew up where you tip everywhere. But in Ontario, Canada, we tip, but doesn't seem to be as big. Like it's more European, I think. But anyways, I digress. But I was talking to the person, and like they're like, yeah, like we make an average like $2 tips per person we serve, give or take, and the people in the theater could make an average of $5 or more. And I was just like, I was like, well, you're important, you know that? And she was taken back by this. And another waitress came and she was like, what's going on over here? Is everything okay? I'm like, no, you guys are important, right? They're not, when you're not working inside the theater, serving everybody in there, and you're not making as much money tip wise, but know that you're just as important. The people that are coming early to sit down, have a drink, or order some snacks before the movie, and you're hooking us up, that you're important too, that you deserve big tips. I said, what's the biggest tip you've ever gotten from somebody? And they're like, $5. It's like, what? So I gave each of them, at this point there's 3 of them, I gave them each $20. I'm like, here, $20, Life Changers. And I talked to them about the podcast. I'm like, hey, have you heard about Life Changers? Well, now you have. But like, I don't know. And they were just overjoyed. They were happy. They're like, thank you very much. Like, they're like, you're awesome. I'm like, no, you're awesome. That you're willing to work and do this job. Because if you guys weren't here, we won't be getting the drinks, the snacks, whatever, at all. Everybody's awesome. And like, here's another little quick story time thing. But sometimes when I go to like the casino, and the people that get tipped the most in the casino are the people that if you win what's called a hand pay, they come out and pay you. And the casinos out here, it seems to be like $1,200, and they'll give you cash, and people usually tip them $20, $100, or whatever, right? People that get tipped the least are the people that clean the bathrooms. Like, they're cleaning the bathrooms, keeping it clean for you. If somebody has an accident in there, they're the ones in there cleaning it. Don't get me wrong, everybody deserves big tips. But I make sure that when I go to a place like that, just to hang out, have fun, I make sure I'm tipping the waitress that brings like coffee and pop and juice and everything to you. It's free. I tip them. Like I make sure I tip them. Like I try to tip them $5, $10. And I don't know if I mentioned this story before, but there's one time where I did all right at the casino. This is when I was doing the experiment. Not the one episode called The Experiment, but the one that's called The Real Experiment. Because I know I went off on a tangent on that one called The Experiment. I listened to it today, got uploaded today. I listened to it, and I'm like, yep, nope, that's not the episode that it was supposed to be. So then one that's called The Real Experiment will be the one. But I digress. But I was doing very well that night at the casino. And people say, like, why do you come to the casino to play? I said, well, I'm trying an experiment. I'm trying law of attraction or whatever, right? And I just say, well, if I win, or when I win, law of attraction, not if, when, I just want to give money away. Like, it makes me happy. So anyways, I felt like, I tipped $100 in the tip for the bathroom. So the people that clean the bathroom attendants. And time went by, then somebody came up to me and goes, hey, it's you, right, Mike? I go, yeah, what did I do? It wasn't me. And they're like, no. But a while ago, did you tip $100 for the bathroom attendants. Because sometimes I tip 20, 50. I just felt like tipping 100 that day. And I go, why do you ask? And they said, well, I bet it's you because you're the only one that tips everybody like this. But you really, like, the person that received the money was ecstatic, overjoyed because they just started working here. And you know how they hold a paycheck behind. So they didn't save up enough money to pay for groceries. And they were wondering, like, they're going to be short this paycheck for groceries and stuff. And then they saw that tip and they thought it was a joke. And security, looked at the footage and they're like, no, somebody really left it there, but they wouldn't let them see who it was, of course, right? And they're like, no, it's for you. Somebody left it for you. And sometimes when I leave the tip, I look at the camera and I'm waving and I'm going, hey, that's it. Have a good day. So for the guy who watched that video, he must have had fun. But anyways, yeah, I like tipping everybody because everybody deserves it. And if I can, I will. If I'm in the position where I can, I will. And, who knows, maybe on our Patreon page, maybe I'll go around and start tipping people and helping people and put that on our Patreon page. And then after we could put it on our regular TikToks and YouTube channel as well. We'll see where life takes us. But I just think helping people is awesome. And that's my goal in life. It's always been that way since I was 18 years old. If you listen to one of the first couple of episodes we made, that's what I talk about. I want to help people. This is how I thought I could help people. And now the universe is like, hey, do this. Maybe you're going to help people talking about life changers in more ways than you can imagine. I don't know how many people I'm helping. I don't know if I'm motivating you or not. But I do know we're getting a lot of views and a lot of hits. So I hope that this helps you, if you're watching it in the morning or watching this in the evening or listening to it on a podcast, that it helps your day. I want you guys to all have an amazing day, an amazing evening, amazing afternoon, whichever time you're listening to this at, and just be amazing. Thank you very much for choosing to listen to Life Changers. I know you have plenty of places you can listen to, but you're awesome. Thank you very much. And once again, my name is Mike, and this is Life Changers. And we're changing lives one day at a time.